Hi everyone, you're listening to the Bridgeway podcast. The purpose of these podcasts is to give us the opportunity to share information and thoughts with you and to inspire all of you who work at Bridgeway. As ever, we'd love to hear from you, so if you've got any feedback, please get in touch.
Hi everybody and welcome to the Bridgeway podcast. My name's Carl Bridges and I'm one of the apprentices at Bridgeway, and today I'm taking over the Bridgeway podcast to celebrate National Apprenticeship Week and to talk about all the things relating to apprentices with Pino de Rosa, the Managing Director. How are we, Pino?
I'm good, thanks, Kyle. Great to be here today and be able to have this chat with you. Thanks for stepping up to do the episode, and it's nice having been on the other side of the table and having you interview me.
Definitely.
Really
It's
good.
It's a pleasure. So Pino, I've been completing the Rail Engineering Apprenticeship programme with Bridgeway, but can you tell us, from your perspective, why apprentices are so important to Bridgeway?
Oh, wow, Kyle, it's the lifeblood of any good business, the apprenticeship process, and the value that apprentices bring to businesses is immense. It's socially the right thing to do. Economically, it makes sense, and from a personal perspective, it means a lot to me as an individual because I started out as a trainee many years ago. But it's also, for me, leaves a real legacy, and it's just good to be good to have young people in the company moving through it.
Definitely, building it step by step. So, in Bridgeway, what career opportunities do the apprentices have, and what can they build?
Yeah, a real broad base of opportunities in all areas of business, really. So we've seen people progress through roles in access services, S&T, examinations, in the IT, which our IT colleagues are supporting us today on the technology side, but in all areas of the business.
Yeah, great. So, how do the apprenticeships feature in the future for Bridgeway? Do you only offer them to new starters, or?
There's apprenticeships are a really embedded part of what we do in the company. So the rail engineering apprenticeship program has been a real success. We intend to carry on with that. We really like the quality of the people that it's given us. I get a lot out of the fact that I know I'm creating opportunities for people, and I just enjoy watching people grow. Definitely. I know what it's like to be in that kind of world, and it's great to see people evolve through the business. It doesn't just relate to young people. There are people who are in the company at the moment who have been in the business for some time, are mature, and are working in IT, HR and finance, for example, who are on apprenticeship programs on the basis of developing them to the next level.
Yeah, definitely. So, as you said earlier, I believe you started as an apprentice. And what was your experience like, and what advice would you give to the apprentices at Bridgeway or thinking about joining Bridgeway?
Back in the 1980s, I couldn't get an apprenticeship when I left school. I could have gone on to do A-levels, but nobody in my family had been to university, so I didn't really feel like being the first. No, and economically, things weren't good in the 1980s and 1983 when I left school at 16. So I did a youth training scheme, which is like an equivalent of a Kickstarter scheme today. And that just got me into a scenario where I was starting to learn stuff. I was getting out with people, having to sort of get into the headspace of being on time, trying my best, interacting with guys I was with, and learning stuff. It got me started. It got me into the world of work, and it created a scenario where I was able to start building a career just from those real basic grassroots. And I guess the whole of my foundation as an individual started with me on a training scheme that lasted 12 months, that then evolved into an apprenticeship as such over time.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here. So the rest is history, as they say.
That's it. So the theme for Apprenticeship Week this year is Skills for Life. What skills for life do you think your apprenticeship gives you?
Carl, it made me realise, I guess, that there was a lot I needed to learn in life. I went into the building trade, so I remember one of the first aspects of realization was just the fact that work was hard. You know, when I was at school, you got breaks every now and again. You know, you didn't do a lot of physical stuff other than getting forced to do games once a week. And I remember being physically tired, working as a trainee in the building trade. Yeah. Having to be places in the winter time, being out when it was cold and working on construction sites was a real culture shock. Yeah. But it was part of that building skills around working with people, being part of a team, needing to learn from people with experience, being surrounded by guys who I needed to win over, but were also willing to share their knowledge as long as I, you know, gave them respect. Definitely. And I think all of those types of aspects of skills that I still use today have been important, and I have still left their mark on how I do business. And I think it's given me, because I started out an apprentice, it's made me respectful of everybody within an organisation, right the way from top to bottom. I think everybody has a role to play.
Gives you a feel from apprenticeship.
Yeah, from an apprentice perspective. Yeah, and then actually, you know, the sky's the limit really. But at the same time, somebody who's in a job, who's developing well and doing and good at their job, are equally as valuable as someone who might be a department head or a team leader or whatever. They're all an important part of the business. So, on that note, Carl, have you enjoyed your apprenticeship? I know the areas in particular that you've found challenging or really fulfilling. Yeah,
well, from the start at Bridgeway, to be honest, it's. I don't think there's one single thing that I've not enjoyed, because with the apprenticeship here, you're just constantly learning, always, and there's always new stuff going on. And well, to be fair, I don't just feel like a number with other jobs. In the past, you're just a number, and with here, you feel like you're actually, I don't know, something in a sort of way.
That you matter to the business.
That's it, and you've always got the support from everybody. Yeah. No matter who it is, even from you, the managing director. Just for me being an apprentice,
I've noticed you around, and I remember seeing your face as one of the new apprentices coming into the business, and now you're working in that planning team.
The 9 months have flown by. I've been here for 9 months now, and the amount of skills I've learned just in 9 months alone has been a lot more than what I've done in the past 4 years with other jobs. From doing plasma shifts, iPath courses, even confined spaces.
Every day's a school day.
That's it. It really is. It really is. That's how it gets. And you learn. As they say, you learn something new literally every day. Yeah. And currently I'm slowly getting into the planning stage of Bridgeway, and which I never thought would be an opportunity for me as just being an apprentice. But with Bridgeway, they just offer you, if you feel like you want to do something, they'll try to be there and definitely offer for you. Yeah, definitely.
So what kind of advice would you give to any new apprentices that were coming into the business? What would you tell the rookies that are turning up?
I mean, I was quite nervous when I first started, because it was just it's a big company. It's a great company. You just don't really want to be disappointing. But the advice I'd give really is just go in with all you've got, show what you've got. As long as you do that, there'll never be a negative thought about you. As long as you're doing your best.
Do we support? That's it. Because look, you're never going to get everything right all the time. But if things haven't gone well, how have the team been? I've been with you.
I've failed courses and stuff before, and it's not such a bad thing. And they'll give you the bump and the extra help, and they'll just focus on you to help you get past it and then understand everything, really, yeah.
Great.
After this podcast, Pino, is there any final messages from you?
Yeah, if anyone's listening to this and interested in an apprenticeship at Bridgeway, please get in touch. Our recruitment team are really eager to hear from potential candidates to join the company as apprentices. We've got a really good HR team who are minded to try and find the right talent give them career opportunities. And the apprenticeship program and what we offer at Bridgeway isn't just a job. It's about having a career. It's about growing as an individual and creating an opportunity to build something where there's a real value going forward in the future. And one of it satisfies me on a personal level because it's how I got going, and I like watching people grow, and I love nothing more than watching somebody do something better than I could.
And from them being in your position and seeing them grow as well.
And it's amazing. And actually, I think that's one of the Bridgeway does lots of things. It serves its clients. It's really important. But actually, the kind of legacy that the apprentices bring into the business, the value that they bring when they turn into operational people, is a legacy that I think will last long beyond me being around. Some of these guys will carry those skills into the future and will pass them on to their own families.
Makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It's a nice feeling.
It really is. Yeah. Well, thank you for your time today, Pino. As I said, being a managing director, it's nice to get involved with the apprentices.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
Even as a podcast.
Yeah.
And anyone out there looking for the apprenticeship, please get in touch because you definitely will not regret it. It is life-changing, to be honest with you. It really is.
Thanks, Kyle.
No
it
worries.
means a lot to me for you to say that. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Thanks for being kind to me in the interview process.
Thank you.
Cheers.